This podcast is sponsored by Squat, the hilarious new adult animated sitcom set in a quirky Boston fitness center. Tune in to see if Scott can keep the gym afloat amidst chaos and comedy. Streaming now on YouTube at squatspotfitness.com.
Spoofs in adult cartoons, the secret sauce of adult animation comedy. Discover why spoofs in adult cartoons make us laugh. From clever pop culture jabs to hilarious parody sitcoms like Squat Sitcom. The art of spoofs in adult cartoons, when animation gets a little sassy. All right, so imagine you're chilling on your couch after a long day, right? You decide to watch some adult cartoons because, let's be real, who doesn't want a mix of nostalgia and cutting-edge sarcasm wrapped into one glorious package? And suddenly, bam, you catch a spoof. Not just any spoof, but one that nails every absurdity of the original work while making you laugh so hard you blow your drink across the room. Yes, my friend, spoofs in adult animated TV shows are like that secret sauce that turns cheeseburgers into gourmet madness. Now let's talk about what makes these spoofs in adult animation series so satisfying. You know how in regular cartoons, everything's a little clean-cut? Heroes, villains, moral lessons? Spoofs in adult humor cartoons toss all that out the window, wrap it in irony, and sprinkle on a little, "Did they just say that?" Here's the deal. They're meta in the best way possible. These shows wink at you. They know you're watching, and they know you know what's up. So they include jokes that poke fun at themselves, the genre, and sometimes even the viewers. It's like they're saying, yeah, we're ridiculous, but we're having so much fun doing it. Pop culture references galore. Nothing is safe. Movies, TV shows, politics, history, even the weirdest viral videos don't escape the clutches of satire. And when an adult cartoon series spoofs something you love, or love to hate, it's like a little Easter egg for your brain to find and high-five. They're often smarter than you think. Sure, on the surface, they might seem like silly jokes or silly characters, but there's often a cleverness hiding beneath. You might catch a subtle jab at societal norms or a parody that's actually highlighting a bigger, sometimes uncomfortable truth. Take the classic example of The Simpsons or Family Guy. These shows have episodes where they lampoon everything from Star Wars to The Lord of the Rings, basically saying, what if those epic stories were actually about dysfunctional suburban families? It's absurd, it's hilarious, and it manages to keep you hooked because you're simultaneously laughing at the spoof and appreciating the original content's quirks. But we're not here just to talk about the old school. The newer wave of adult cartoon series is elevating spoofs to another level. Think about shows that blend fitness culture with squatting jokes. Yeah, I'm giving a little shout out here to Squat. Sitcom. Imagine an adult animated TV show that not only parodies everyday gym insanity, but also turns the mundane act of sitting and squatting into a riotous spectacle. It's bold, it's weird, and it's exactly the kind of quirky humor that brings fresh energy to the adult animation scene. Speaking of which, if you love clever mashups of fitness and comedy, definitely watch Squat now and join the fun at Squat Spot Fitness. It's the perfect blend of physical comedy, gym culture jabs, and sharp-witted writing that makes you appreciate how adult humor cartoons can be both ridiculous and relatable at the same time. Why spoofs work so well in adult animation. Spoofs in adult cartoons capitalize on the fact that their audience is usually pretty savvy. This isn't kids' TV where you need to keep explanations simple. The viewers of best adult cartoons often have a pretty good grasp of pop culture, societal trends, and even niche fan communities. So the jokes can be rapid fire and layered, And yeah, sometimes a little dark, but that's half the fun. Plus, spoofs allow creators to take risks. When you're parodying an existing story or genre, you get to bend rules and toss out the usual hero's journey nonsense. It's almost like safe chaos. You get to watch a predictable genre get flipped upside down while still loving the bones of it. Take parody episodes from adult animation staples like Rick and Morty or BoJack Horseman. They make fun of sci-fi tropes, Hollywood cliches, or even animation itself in ways that feel fresh rather than recycled. So, what's the secret? Why does spoofing in adult cartoons make us laugh in that, oh man, they actually said it kind of way? Here's my personal theory. The comedy comes from recognition. You see the references, and suddenly, everything clicks. It breaks tension. Spoofs poke fun at the things we take a little too seriously, reminding us not to sweat the small stuff like world-ending invasions or awkward gym selfies. It creates a shared experience. You laugh, your friends laugh, and suddenly you're bonded over the ridiculousness that only adult humor cartoons can deliver. Final thoughts. Adult cartoons. Spoofing the world, one sitcom at a time. To wrap it up, spoofs have become an essential ingredient in the recipe of adult animation series that keep us coming back episode after episode. They're clever, irreverent, and sometimes downright ridiculous. They honor the originals by mimicking them just enough to make us laugh without losing the essence of the story. If nothing else, these spoofs remind us that even in a world that's occasionally grim, there's always room to make fun of it all with a sharp tongue and a sarcastic grin. So grab some popcorn, settle in, and keep an eye out for those brilliantly crafted jabs disguised as laughs. And hey, while you're at it, don't miss out on unique shows like Squat. Sitcom, watch Squat now and join the fun at Squat Spot Fitness, where the laughs are heavy and the squats are even heavier.